Hey, everybody. Hi, Mountaineers. Welcome back to Schreiner University's campus. My name is Ted Davis. This is another Sit Down with Ted. And today we are going to introduce you to the new men's basketball coach here at SU, Kyle McLeroy. And really, you're not new because your season is underway. You have played 4 games so far, 1-3 record. Your team's scoring a lot of points, 89 per game, giving up a lot of points. So what have you seen from your team in the first 4 games?
Yeah, it's interesting year. Okay, you lose a lot of production from last season.
Mm-hmm. 4 starters, by the way.
4 stars from last year.
Yeah.
58 of the 80 points a game last year are gone.
Yeah.
So you have guys either new additions like Mace McGowan or Caden and Nick coming off the bench there as freshmen. And you also have returners who are now stepping into just larger roles. We play quite a bit of guys that return, but in terms of what's actually out there on the court, it's all new team.
Now, you've got to be encouraged by 89 points per game because you got a lot of guys that can score.
We do. We're shooting it well. We have a lot of guys that can fill it up. It's kind of the identity of the team is kind of taking over, and we're gonna put a lot of points up. I want them to play fast and free. That's my pitch. That's my recruiting pitch, and we're showing we can do that. And we're first couple games having to play teams that can really score it too. So.
How do you improve defensively? You play man-to-man mostly, right?
Yeah. So looking at a couple of things, ball pressure can improve. When they can, same thing. If you're playing a good quarterback and you don't get a pass rush, it's not gonna be pretty. So as much pressure on the ball we can put. We've done well each game, taking away their main focal point, and it's been the other guys that have stepped up.
Yeah.
So it's just sharing load. Some of these new guys, you're in college basketball now. Like everyone on the court that's out there is there for a reason, and can hurt you. So it's really just a learning experience for these new guys to show what it actually takes to win a college basketball game.
In talking with coaches in all the years that I've dealt with basketball coaches, they always say about defense, it's not the points scored necessarily that they look at, it's the defensive field goal percentage. And you're at 48% now. What's your goal? What's acceptable for you?
I mean, I'd low 40s to high 30s. I think if you see that number, it's where you want to be.
41%, 42%, something like that.
Yeah, that'd be good. We got to get the 3-point percentage down. I'd love that low 30s. We just again, it's happened to play some of the elite offenses in the country.
What'd you say the combined record was so far?
I believe they're now 14-1.
Okay.
So yeah.
Did you do that on purpose?
Yeah. No, didn't. This was the schedule
you inherited.
We played number 6 in the country, number 20 in the country, and then the team that wasn't ranked is still undefeated.
Yeah.
So it's been eye-opening for sure.
But I've had coaches say that if you play a tough non-conference schedule, that'll help you in the conference.
Oh, for sure. We know. We've been fortunate enough to have the spotlight shown on a couple things. And so when it really matters. Again, I want us to be playing our best basketball in January and February. We didn't win or lose the conference championship this last 2 weeks.
Yeah.
We're building towards being the best we can then, and as many good teams we can play now, it just sharpens you and gets you ready for those big conference games.
Kyle McLeroy is with us. He is the new head basketball coach, men's basketball coach here at Schreiner. This is your first time to be a head coach, right?
Yes.
What's it like? You having fun?
Yeah, it's different. I've always been the idea guy or the guy playing devil's advocate when we're coming up with stuff, and now when it's my decision, it's different. I've been really blessed, honestly. I was thinking about this. I believe all but one coach that I either played for or coached for has won a Coach of the Year award in their conference, and the one who hasn't, I was with him his first year as a head coach, and we won the league, and thought he deserved. When you're preseason picked 4th and you win the league, I think you should win Coach of the Year. But anyway, so I've had opportunity to work for some really good coaches. So now it's just taking a little bit from each one, and then kind of merging in where my personality or I might be a little different, and just seeing what comes up from that.
Was there one coach you enjoyed playing for more than any other?
Yeah, so Coach Hooten, Jason Hooten, who was my head coach at Sam Houston, who's now the head coach at New Mexico State, the fairest coach I've ever seen. I tell the story all the time. Good friend of mine on the team went to Sam Houston as a walk-on, worked his tail off every single day. Started ahead of a Marquette transfer, who was a Jordan Brand All-American, and no, Markel earned that spot, and just to have the guts and just the transparency to do that,
To base it on merit.
Yeah. So if you show up, you work, you win the spot. I didn't play very much, and I knew exactly why. And that's all you can ask for. I think is just a coach who values winning traits, winning characteristics, and rewards those.
Now you played at Mary Hardin Baylor, and then transferred to Sam Houston. So you went from Division III to Division I. Mm-hmm. What was that jump like?
So the Mary Hardin Baylor team I was on was not your average Division III team. So
they've got a good program.
Yeah, so we were number 5 in the country. The last top 25 poll that came out my freshman year, we went 25-3. Mm-hmm. Really, really good. And then the next year was when I was in the process of transferring. Was the year they went to the national championship game. So it was a high level Division III program. And then you get to Sam Houston, who, my 2 years there, we went 20 plus wins each year. My senior year, we went 26-9. 2 years in a row, lost to Stephen F. Austin in the conference championship game, but the speed, the size, the depth, it was really. But at this level, nearly all those teams that are competing for a conference championship has a guy that can play at that level. Just for some reason, didn't get seen in high school, or who knows what, or just fell in love with the school. And
those are the kind of guys you're looking for here too, aren't you?
Always, yeah. And the pro and con of the transfer portal era is high school guys aren't recruited nearly as hard or as early.
And I was going to ask about that because I've heard a lot of coaches say that. Coaches now don't recruit high schools; they recruit the portal.
Right.
Now, as a Division III team, could that benefit Division III teams? Maybe if it's only for a year or two, where a guy comes in and then explodes.
100%. Like I am a build off of high school, and yet guy. Yes, we'll take some transfers. Especially the guys that I know or recruited in the past. We'll still take them. As long as they progressed and I thought they would. But yeah, I'm going after the best high school guys that fit the school, fit my program as possible. It's in this day and age. I want to build them here for 4 years. I think that's everyone's goal. At the same time, it's just the reality of college sports. The landscape is changing. I forgot who, but it was a large company CEO quote was prepare your employees so they can ready and go off on their own.
Right.
And give them a reason to stay.
Right.
And that's kind of how I feel. I want to turn these guys into the best young men and best basketball players as I can. If that opens opportunities, great. But I'm going to give them a reason to stay because we're going to treat them the right way. We're going to have an enjoyable time here in this program and hopefully start a culture of winning.
How'd you find out that the Schreiner job was open, and what was the interview process like? And take us through that.
Yeah, so I'm pretty key. The basketball world in Texas is small.
The Coconut Telegraph, it's called.
Yeah,
but you were at UT Dallas, right?
UT Dallas.
Assistant coach
at UT Dallas. Yeah. We the grapevines were talking about it potentially opening. I'm really close with Connor Kirkendall and Jimmy Smith, who two of the previous 3 coaches. So
at Trinity.
Here.
Here, okay,
yeah. And through their recommendations, putting word in, was able to get the interview. So yeah, we had the Zoom interview, and then the interview here was long day. I met with everyone that worked here. It felt like
I went through that too.
Yeah,
you're exhausted by the end of the day.
I'm joking. I seriously had the worst migraine I've ever had in my life for half the time, and I was hurting. I try to be myself. Interviewing just before I coached, I worked for a bunch of different tech companies in Dallas and bounced around a couple of times. The interview process to me, I don't want to be fake. If you hire fake me, then you're not going to enjoy the real me. And I just try to be me, as transparent as I can, and just if I get it, if I don't, I can go to sleep that night knowing that I was true to myself. Yeah.
Kyle McLeroy, new basketball coach, men's basketball coach here at Schreiner. Where'd you grow up?
So I grew up down the Rio Grande Valley.
Okay.
So Raymondville, Texas, where I lived my first couple of years, and then moved around in the valley. Went to a little private school in Harlingen, and then right before 8th grade, moved to Cypress. So
Okay, to the
suburb
Houston
of
area.
Houston. Yeah. So went there. I was in the first graduating class at Cy Ranch High School.
Okay.
And my parents and my grandma still live in the same neighborhood that I went to high school in.
Yeah. Did you always play basketball, or were you a multiple sport guy?
Sport guy. Growing up, I don't know. Nowadays, I feel like these kids are specializing at 5 years old. I was
See, but
growing up,
I've heard people say that's not good.
it's not good.
Play all
Play
kinds of
everything.
different
Play
sports.
everything. Take a break.
Yeah.
Look at the European NBA guys who are taking over. They go all summer without touching basketball. It looks like. And
Yeah.
They come back and they're fine.
Yeah.
But,
Well, when you're Jokic, it doesn't matter.
it's fine. But no, I played everything. Truly, basketball's probably I was probably better at other sports. Just love basketball. My dad played in college. I grew up with the Tiny Tykes 3 foot to 6 foot goal in the living room.
Oh yeah.
I remember it was the 99 or 2000. The dunk contest with Vince Carter won, and I have a memory of watching him and then trying to do everything he's doing on on the 3 foot goal.
Boy, early in the NBA, he was something.
Oh, it was fun.
Oh, Vinsanity, they called it.
So actually, we always thought it was just people making it up, but there was a T-ball rule in my hometown named after me because I was a very dominant T-ball pitcher.
You were a dominant T-ball
Oh yeah.
pitcher.
The pitcher was no longer allowed to tag people out running to first.
Epic.
Yeah, I won the state summer track high jump championship in 3rd grade and bronze the following year. So
You still have those medals?
somewhere my mom there's a big trophy case. I went years without losing a soccer or basketball game.
Yeah.
Then moved to Houston and different level of competition in
Yeah.
Houston for sure.
But basketball caught your interest for coaching, right?
Yeah.
What do you love about it? What do you? I think it's a beautiful game when it's played properly.
It is. There's multiple ways to win. There's multiple ways to coach. There's multiple ways to do things. I've always loved basketball. I've always been obsessed with college basketball.
Where'd your dad play?
But at McLeroy and Baylor also.
Okay.
In the 80s, yeah. So I always obsessed. There's before I was coaching, there's an hour-long YouTube video of every Division I basketball gym in the country, and I made my wife sit down and watch it. And she hated that. But I love basketball. I love just everything about it, man. Being in the NBA for so long, we would have practices at certain places. We had practice at UCLA's gym, Pauley Pavilion, one time. And I walked in there, and it was like a shrine. And I thought, man, John Wooden coached here, and they won, 10 championships? I mean, at the Palestra, at Hinkle Fieldhouse in Indianapolis. Those are fun places to go to. Yeah, so I got fortunate enough to play, playing at LSU was pretty cool. You got the Pistol Pete and Shaq's, jerseys retired.
Yeah, that's pretty good up at the
Tiger
rafters.
outside.
Maravich averaged 44 points per game in college without a three-point line. This is remarkable.
Yeah. Played at UNLV. It was just the showmanship of that game, just the pageantry, I guess.
We had a practice there too, by the way. Yeah.
And just then March Madness conference tournament week, and then getting to on the smaller school side of things, just how good some of these coaches and teams are. It really opened my eyes and I can do this at a high level and still have a resemblance of a normal home life and family life is what drew me honestly towards the smaller divisions of college basketball.
Who's going to be your toughest competition in conference play, you think?
So St. Thomas just dropped a overtime nail biter to UTEP. Last night where they
went up Division I and almost won.
They had I think UTEP. I didn't see it. I was just reading about it. But I think UTEP hit a shot to force overtime and a shot to win.
St. Thomas has built up a good program.
They are. Yeah, Coach Medina does a great job.
Yeah.
They recruit Houston really well, and they played just a really good team.
Yeah.
Concordia just knocked off Harn Simmons, who was previously undefeated and ranked. And Concordia, it's just you got to handle their pressure, and but they got guys who can really fill it up this year. And so those two, they're preseason pick 1 and 2.
Yeah. Well, we're recording this game on Wednesday before Thanksgiving, and this next Tuesday, your home opener, and it's a conference opener.
It is. Yeah.
So come on out to the event center, watch the team play.
Yeah, we got McLeroy coming here. Good friends with their coach, so it's always a little weird, playing a friend.
Yeah.
But excited to just get out there and conference games just mean more.
Right.
Players familiar with other players. I have the advantage of no one's coached in the league has coached against me before.
Yeah.
But when you get in the swing of things, like what they're gonna do, what we're gonna do. It's going out there and who's gonna execute and have the better night.
Yeah. Favorite restaurant in Kerrville so far?
Oh, Billie Jean's probably.
Oh, Billie Jean's,
Yeah.
good. Yes.
That,
Chicken fried steak?
No, the chickadee is the grilled chicken sandwich with the jalapeno cheddar bun.
Oh, okay. I'll have to try that
It's
one.
good. It's good.
Kyle, a good meeting you. I'll enjoy watching your team play. I'll be on the call for the home opener and appreciate it.
Yeah, thank you.
Kyle McLeroy, the new head basketball coach for the men's team here at Schreiner. That is our sit down for this week. We'll see you next time on the Schreiner Sports Network.